All right, let's jump on in. Dave, thank you so much. 18-month streak. Nice. Doesn't seem like 18 months. I don't know. Um, Time goes by fast when you're having fun, or I don't know. Easy to forget the bad purchases. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Welcome, everyone, to How Not to LCnP. Last time we did a bunch of Mars testing. I did some testing in my off time this week and figured out that our Mars window, this one here, is actually garbage. I think um yeah, ejection inclination 28.6. Shouldn't that be 26.8? I'm not sure. What's this one? Yeah, maybe I'm looking at the wrong number. Either way, um, it was wrong in testing. So I replotted again. I got 198 days, and then I did one with just Kerbal Alarm Clock, and that's saying like 237 days. So I know this one's not right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. We'll shoot for this one and see what happens. And if that one sucks, then we'll do we'll do that one. Yeah, the team over here at CCSA is obviously just really good at their jobs. We also have no money currently, but plenty coming in. We're going to jump ahead just a few days, get some bank in the coffers, because we've got to edit some rockets. 10 grand, that should be good enough for right now. Like this Venus flyby needs to be our Mars flyby, so let's get that back in the hopper. Make a couple quick alterations. All right, Venus flyby. Yeah, we flew this one. I mean, successfully. It was redundant, but it worked. We're going with something very similar for okay, BP Z3. We'll be down in the B's air. At some point, I did a typo and put BPZ. I've got Z3 and ZE, which apparently are both legit engine codes, but BPZ3 November Mars flyby. That should be, yeah, our new guy. Let's load that up. Oh, of course, it'll cost 10.5. We got 10.9. There's probably some tooling, but let me just take a quick poke around this thing and see what we're looking at. Yeah, that looks pretty basic bitch to me. Transfer stage only has, okay, transfer stage is 3676, which should be, I think the transfer plot was like 35. We can take a look at that, can't we? And this one, yeah, ejection delta V 3597. So cutting it kind of close, but it should be good enough. Got locked out of canvas. Oh, oof. Oh man, yeah. Frustrating as all hell. How's it going, Lucy? Good to see you. Hope things are going all right. All right. Check on the science loadout of this little guy. Yeah, telemetry, video tuned, infrared. Good enough for me. We can probably come down on the fuel tanks a little bit, or did I already? I think I did. They're at 0.2. I think the Venus flyby was at 0.3. Better than you were expecting? Ah, nice to be pleasantly surprised, is it not? Alright, edited 0%. Oh man. 128 days? Forking kidding me? What needs tooling? Just the fairings and some avionics. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. I made more changes than I thought I did, apparently. Gone by, Ron. How's it going? If you have 3, what happened to 4? Oh, wait. Huh? 3, then E. What happened to 4/D? Oh, now I get it. Now I fat fingered it, and honestly, I couldn't remember if the engine code was ZE or Z3. So that's what happened. Oh, that's the expensive one. Oh, hey, we'll spend 6,000 of our credit. Sure, and that's all of our money, and we're done here. So cancel edits because we can't. Oh, hey. Time remaining went down to 47 days. The power of tooling avionics. My goodness. Cancel edits. And autocorrect is bad. However you want to, whatever you want to blame it. Oh, sorry to hear about your stepmother, Lucy. Well, so yeah. Best of the worst news. Fair enough. Yeah. Ouch. Sorry to hear that. Say my father-in-law had a heart attack a couple of weeks ago, which takes me into some channel news. So pardon me while I very awkwardly what's the word, segue this. Why do we still have 10 grand? I thought we spent all of our money. Did I miss? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, he's doing well. He had a bypass surgery and is recovering okay-ish. But we're gonna. He stays in Florida a couple months out of the year, snowbirding or whatever, and so we're gonna go down to Florida next weekend and spend the week there, kind of gather stuff up. But it's I don't know. It doesn't feel vacation-y, you know. Ongoing, so not unexpected. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Alright. Lima Venus flyby. Let's open this again. And I don't know, tool. We've got another avionics to tool, and then we're just gonna do the build thing. It's gonna be in the BPZ territory, right? Gina, Mars flyby. Load. Here we go. Cost 10.5. Why does it cost 10.5? Because we've got stuff that's untooled. How much will it cost to tool everything? There's a very expensive probe core here. What is it? Tool all. Can't afford 24,000. Good golly. Test the day before your 22nd. Well, you know, it'll either be I don't know. Either way it goes, it'll be a great excuse to party, right? What other avionics is on here that needs tooling? Because we have flown the BP November before. Open, please. So I imagine it has to be something up here. Open? No, not recoloring GUI. Stupid. There we go. Note to self, do not update Twitch before a stream starts. Never ever. Never update anything. Alright, is it you? Are you the big expensive one? No, you are not the big expensive one. Oh hey, that's coming entirely out of credits. That's nice, and now our build time's down to a stack of days. Did we tool you? I thought we did. Oh, we did not. I really thought I tooled that. Like, I really thought I did. Purchase tooling. 109 days. That is within the window with a margin of about 100 days. But tooling avionics is like always worth it, so I'm trying to. Yeah, that one's tooled. I'm trying to make sure that we've got everything tooled that we need. The only thing that needs to be tooled. Yeah, God, tooling cost 17,000. Untooled cost 4,000. Tooled cost 1,000. That will seriously drop our time down by a whole bunch. Maybe I just hit save edits. Yeah, whatever, go for it. Warning, this vessel did not pass editor check. What? Not pass editor checks? Width and length are off by a meter. Is that because these are open? Yeah, that's because, wow, interesting. You have a job now. Some bottle of champagne for the weekend? Don't know. Hey, you know, pinky's out. Alright, save edits. Blah, 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 blah. Integrate anyway. Spend all the money, please. I don't know, how much would that have cost us? Because we already bought it at a certain price once before, so... We're going to come back and do some tooling on this, so maybe I just leave it unedited for the time being. We've got 10 grand, and I don't know how much it's going to cost us to build our Mars lander doohickey guy. Champagne, a good scotch like Jura. You can bring a formula sheet. Oh man, that's you get really good at writing things really small when you have a really bad memory like me. So I can write things. I can fit like 4 lines on like 1 line of standard paper. Which not your jam. They are in fact not for everyone. It's all good. I can't drink champagne or wines in general. They always gave me such a headache. I just, I don't know what it is, but anything grape derived, can't do it. Oh, hold the phone. Now I want to get my things being built. How long do we have? 189 days. That should be okay-ish. But let's bring up the Mars lander thing. See how much it's going to cost. Everything in size 4 font, exactly. Wine drunk hits different. Fair. Yeah. This is can confirm. Could confirm, did confirm, whatever. Anyway, not my jam. Decided, nah, I'm good on it, but I won't knock it. Flavor's there. I don't know, the price is too high. So we were looking for S50 for Mars something, or maybe it's just Mars lander. Yeah, I probably blew right past it. Good at that. Mars 2 lander bats test vehicle load. Let's bring that up. I think we can't drink Stella. Like Daspirin Stella? Fair enough. Stella Artois, yeah. Instant hangover. Fair. Okay. This costs 20 grand as it sits. I assume there's a big stack of tooling that will cost $24,000, and we've only got 1,700 on our unlock credits, so we will. Well, before we tool a bunch of stuff, let's fix our mount and make it look not stupid. Turbo alarm clock, I need you to go away. Offset tool, I need you, please. Actually, we need to go ahead and detach that, don't we? Because, boink, we're going to get rid of this ring. Hey, look at me, saving parts. You can get placed back on, and what is your diameter? 2.3? Hopefully I'm clicking on the right thing. Bottom D, 2.3. Here, 2 antidepressants, 3 hormone medications. Price matters. Yep. Audibly swore the other night after finishing a Seagram's and felt it. Slightly, barely. Love-hate. How much of a lighty. Hey, it does the work cheaper. What did I say? 2.0. I did the wrong one. Bing, bing. 1.9 what? More tooling costs. Yeah, and then top needs to go out to 2.123. We'll do that. We'll give it a bunch of length. And then, well, we need it to have, what, 6 points, not 4? Ding, ding, 6. Tilt angle. Let's resolve that. Offset angle, actually, and tilt angle can come out more like so. There we go. That should line up because we're maxed out at 30 degrees, which is exactly where it should be. And we'll just nudge you up ever so slightly, leave a gap for the Kraken, and then scale it back down until we're within spec here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, we can still see the decoupler, so everything there should be good. Position in the campus library. 15 an hour. Nice. Homework during shifts. No complaint. Dude, that is awesome. That totally works. Are you sure you want to save the current craft before continuing? Cancel. What? I thought I hit save. I guess I hit load because I'm on autopilot most of my life. Payload. Let's put a fairing on here and make sure it scales appropriately. Ooh, nope. Let's give you an extra solid meter. Make sure and then bring it down until things look almost touchy. Yeah, I'll work with that. I'm gonna get internship at McHound summer. Taking the FSW class. FSW. Not familiar. What is FSW? Alright. Fairings, you go after Booster SEP. There we go. Save. Alright. Rollout time 14 days. Integration time 197 days. So we definitely need to do tooling. We need 24,000 for tooling, 25,000 for parts unlock, and our unlock credit. Friction stir welding. Ah, me shoed. Me shoed. Got it. Probably. At least got it for now. I will forget. Alright, and let's bring this down to a reasonable platform height. Something like there-ish should be good. Save it again. Alright, so we need to rack up about 50 grand, and we need to upgrade our comms facility. And we've got another rocket that we need to buy tooling stuff for. So they use the Shuttle ET SLS core. And yes, your pronunciation is on point. Oh, okay. Yay, thank you. I can do something. I can read letters most days. All right, and so we are pulling in about 1,500 a day. We need to be at 20 large. So let's jump ahead some days. There we go, 22. Let's go buy some tooling. Mars flyby. No matter, well, as long as we bump this up, it will be ready in time for the window without tooling. So we will deprioritize spending the money on that for the time being. We really need to get some more engineers in here so we can, I don't know, hurry things along. I need to upgrade this too. Almost ready to tackle Thibodeau. I am not. But thanks for throwing that out there and making me feel horribly inadequate. I appreciate it. Thibodeau. Got it. Okay. Thibodeau. I had a friend back in the day who had a DEAUX last name. So that part at least I could recognize. Ah. Mm-hmm. Of course it would be. Fork and Frenchies. Alright, what are we looking at? There's procedural, tank, stringers, isogrid, service module. Oh, batteries. Did I already tool all the avionics? That was a solid move, I suppose. There's just a couple of service modules we're using for the battery on the lander that need tooling, and probably all the thrustery bits. What's our tool all? Oh, yay, we got unlock credit. Purchase all toolings. Do it. And that brings our total launch cost down to 18,000 and our build time to, well, that's infinity because we're at the wrong pad. Orbiter 1, LC350. It'll take 103 days to put together. That's awesome. And that's not even fully staffed. So, oh yeah, but that unlock cost of 25 grand. That's going to bite us. Not like we can integrate it yet anyway. So, save, leave. Time to, I don't know, I kind of wish we could skip through time whilst in the VAB. That'd be nice, right? Oh no, we don't have enough to buy that tooling yet, do we? Boot. Bootetti. Booty. It looked like it might be, and I'm like, how much leaning into this do I really want to do? 15, 16, 17, 18 grand. All right. We're going to have to shuffle some engineers around. Make sure that things can happen quickly. We also need to upgrade our comm center so that by the time our stuff gets to Mars, we can actually talk to it. It'd be nice, right? Booty. Classy, Dave. Real classy. Oh, our unlock cost. I forgot about our unlock cost. Launch. What do we have to unlock? Mass limit currently. Yeah. Because C350. There we go. Launch. Communitron DTSM1 and the Soil Mechanics Surface Sample Sizer. Ching. Not enough funds to integrate. Fuck you. Damn it. Bad call, bro. Fuggerville. The old duck down near me. The gay and New Orleanian question gets brought up. Damn it, we're down to 174 days. Let's shuffle some staff and get them working on the things that we are actually working on. Like Mars 3.0, we can probably prioritize over what is coming up on our F2 launch pad. Yeah, just geocomms. We don't have a flyby or anything happening there, so we can drop this staff down. We should wait, honestly, because we're about to do a rollout there. So maybe we wait for that rollout to complete, and then we cut the staff. We don't cut them, we reassign them 6 days. Pflugerville, so close. Ah, Floggerville. Floggerville. Classic. Opposite issue you had in high school. Alright, staff, let's do some reassigning. Let's go ahead and take 320. Yeah, we'll leave them with 60 for now until Orbiter 1. What are we building at Orbiter 1? Yeah, the November. That one needs to stay fully staffed. The 350 tonner, this can go up as much as we can. 773, get their build rate up and running. You mean Flyertown? Pflugerville means Flyertown? No clue. Then you're choosing lesbians and found it made sense. Now it all makes sense. Alright, staff is reassigned. We've got 12 grand, which is not enough quite yet to integrate. So let's fly our geocom, our geostationary communications satellite mission, one of. I think our first one failed. We had a failure to light on the 405H2. So we're still at 0 for 4 satellites. I think we've got, I don't know, 8 months left on the on the program before, I don't know. Google says plowman. Interesting. All right then. MechChub, ascent guidance, if you will, please. All right, we are going to go to a 200-kilometer orbit of our current inclination. Do we have a stop and stage at effect? No, we do not. That's fine. And yeah, we don't have solids on this, so let's just get her moving, shall we? Engage autopilot. Throttle is set to full. Ignition. Solid light on all 3 engines. Average New Orleanian plowing men. Happy Mardi Gras, indeed, indeed. Nope. Alright. Cleared the pad. We're up and moving. Hopefully this flight will go smoothly and we can return to getting prepped for our Mars operations. I don't know. If everything goes swimmingly, we can finally make purchase of our Gemini capsule and put that program, I don't know, spin it up finally. We've been sitting on it for like a year, doing absolutely nothing. Our astronauts are trained and ready to go, but we haven't even built the damn rockets yet. No. So ready on everything except that I just can't stop spending money on tooling all the things, all the time. Alright. Yeah, 50 seconds until booster sep. So far, so good. Yeah, as I said last time, the 405H failed on staging. This mission relies very heavily on the 405H2 here. It's got 3 ignitions, and we need all 3 of them. And oh, did I ever adjust the fuel flow priority on this tank? Does it need to be negative if you want it to drain last, or positive? I cannot remember. I'll set it for negative and we'll see what happens. Unless somebody wants to correct me. Just like SpaceX, spending on tooling all the time. Alright, boosters clearing away. Fantastic. 2.5 minutes more runtime until we get to the, I don't know, the critical part of this mission. Yeah, so, oh man, and one of my test runs while I was practicing this mission in my other save, I had one flight, well, this flight actually, that I was not simulating, but running in a test save, so not here. The 108 core engine just refused to actually do its damn job. Super frustrating. Agathorn can just smite me so readily, so frequently. Alright, fairing separation is our next actual event. Hopefully that will go as smoothly as it could. I guess, yeah, while I'm thinking about it, in reference to what I was talking about before, I will be out of town next weekend, so obviously there will be no stream then. There's a good bet I will not be able to stream the week after also, so please just be aware of that. Um, there's a chance I might get home Saturday and not Sunday, but if I get home Sunday, there's no way I'll be able to stream. That's just entirely too much in one day. If I get home Saturday, there's a possibility I could stream, but it would be on Saturday. So when I tell you there will be no stream the next 2 Sundays in a row, I'm being 100% accurate. But will we go 2 weeks without a stream? It's a possibility that I need you all to be prepared for. So emotionally ready yourselves. I know it's very hard. Well, it hurts me more than it could ever hurt you. Oh, that pitch change when I move the camera always makes me go check. Oh, wait. Did that? No. Okay. Engine's still running. Everything's fine. Hopefully. 13 seconds until stage sep, and then we'll see if this, oh, dude. Harsh, bro. Sorry, Lucy. You know, I've always tried to do better. Staging. Good light. Wow, that's a lot of torque. Alright. Eldritch Ring is away. We are back pointed in the correctish direction and pushing on to orbit. Thank goodness. Hooah. Do a flip. Play some Skinner. I was really hoping we've gotten far past the days of doing the kick flips to orbit, but I don't know. Ask nicely and 405H may oblige. It feels like we're going the wrong way. Now it feels like we're going the right way. Alright. Yeah, just another 100 some odd seconds until hopefully we're in orbit. Okay, good. Yeah, it looks like switching the fuel priority to -1 has meant that our isogrid tank is draining last. It boils off less readily than the balloon tank below it. The whole point of that is so that we can have fuel on site for our circularization burn. After this, we'll make our apogee kick, and then we will do our circ burn out at apogee, and we just need to make sure that we don't lose all of our liquid oxygen before we get there. So instead of, I don't know, I'm doing things a proper way, I just slapped on a little isogrid structure tank. And when we finally unwrap or unlock MLI layering, multi-layer insulation layering, almost as redundant as ATM machine. Anyway. Yep. Is that a yep or a you yep? Multi-layer insulation. Got it. Okay. Yep. Some MLI insulation. Meant to be. Yep. Fair enough. The typos today. It's not just you. It's not just me. Maybe it's being in this particular Twitch stream will just cause everyone to fat finger their way to embarrassment. Club. All joining the typo club. Alright, there's our camera change and orbit. Woo! Yay! So far so good. Infeds. Typing on blanks. Blanks? Like blank keys? Alright, we want to change our apoapsis at the equatorial descending node. Our new apogee needs to be what? Clear ones, clear-ish ones. Clear-ish keycaps. Interesting. Set as target. 36178 or 354. Wow, fuck me. Come on, give me some orbital info here. Nope, just orbital period. So let's shoot low. 35. Or should we? Shit. What's geosync altitude? Should we just do 36,000? Round it off. Reference to, hello, the beebs. Hello. 36, 1, 2, 3. Somebody stop me if I'm doing this wrong. Create node. 2641 in 17 minutes. I am attempted. Oh gosh, did I scale down the decoupler? Ooh. Alright, well, when we're in the correct orbit, we'll quick save and then see if I scaled down the decoupler. Oh, that's going to be a problem. If that thing boots us way out of our designated orbit, then everything is very bad. Alright. I'm just going to hit execute because no one is bothering to correct me on whether or not I have the altitude accurate or not. So here we go. Boom, RCS is armed. Let's get angled in. 16 minutes 55 before we make our kick burn. Good luck. 35768. Okay. Abort. Remove. 35786. Create. Thank you. Execute next node. Thank you, Lizzie. Sorry. Drawing Moore's circle. You know, priorities. It's understandable entirely. All right. Dang, that's pretty. It's going to time warp us away from this. But it was nice to look at there very briefly. Okay. How much boil off are we experiencing? So far, not that much. It's that 5-hour wait until we get to our apogee that really kicks you in the balls. Whew. All right, we have a good light. Light number 2 on the 405H has gone well. So when we get out there, we just need to drop our inclination to 0 and circularize. Hopefully. We'll see how much overshoot we get on this. Alright. Steady as she goes. Be nice to... Gosh. I think, yeah, last week we put nothing in the win column. We did some good successful testing, but we got no actual wins. So, here I am saying I really hope we get a win. It'd be nice to start the stream off with a win. That way everything else can just fail. Alright, abort node execution. I do not need you trying to use that last ignition to correct for this. What did we get ourselves up to? 358699. Yeah, not too bad, honestly. So let's remove all nodes. And then we would like to change inclination. Inclination 0 at the cheapest, create node, and then I would like to change the last. I can't, man, I thought there was like an edit the last, but anyway, that changes our inclination. I guess we'll just do this manually. Zip that little guy on out there and pull this little guy down here. Oh, we lost comms. Now I gotta, dang it. This is by far my least favorite part of any of this new stuff, is that I have to come down here to edit my maneuver nodes, and it's super duper frustrating. Alright, there's that. We do need to give it a little bit more of a nudge, which means we're going to have to, oh, a little bit much there. Bring it back. And 0.3 degrees off. Seems like a lot of work for 0.3 degrees. Oh, now it's up to 0.4. Am I going the wrong way? Still at 0.4. 0.6. And maybe? Oh man, this is all... It's just bad times. How am I doing that backwards, I wonder? That's 0.7, so okay. Oh yeah, now I can definitely see how off it is, so we'll drag... Whoa! If only there was an easier way to go about doing this. It's the fact that I have to combine two maneuver nodes. Makes it a little frustrating. 0.3. Crikey. If the ANDN approaches the maneuver node, you're going the wrong way when adjusting. Wait, what? If the ascending descending node approaches the maneuver node, you're going the wrong way. Oh, okay, okay. If they get closer to the maneuver node, then I'm going the wrong way. Got it, I think. Right? You want them to 10 to 90 degrees away from the maneuver node. Yeah, okay. So that's making it go up if I walk it back down, which, nope. They will only, okay, well it's because I'm looking at something else that might be off. So if they're like this 90 degrees offset from the node is kind of what I'm looking for, that should be mostly planar, and then I've got to reduce that back in. I think our target that we've set here, that altitude's probably off, but I don't know. We'll figure out what we can, I guess. That should be the best you can do at this point. Okay, fair enough. We'll just do that. All right, execute next node. RCS is bringing us in. Let's have we tipped into this tank yet? Nope, not yet. Excellent. But we will, because I'm assuming all of that liquid oxygen is probably going to be gone by the time we get there. But looks like we got plenty of margin. 2460 in the tank. Nodes can require 1852.9. But this is also our last ignition. Also, how's it going, Nova? Good to see you. So, fingers crossed. We are, in theory, one ignition away from actually pulling this off. Very, very much in theory. Nothing would possibly go wrong. Nothing at all. How's it going, Malky? Welcome. I mean, yeah. We also don't know if the decoupler has been dialed back, or even if the decoupler was dialed back, how much energy it's going to impart onto our payload when we separate. So, yeah, there's that. I'm pretty sure, like, it always goes on the list when I do the testing, but there's always something that's even more broken, so it gets forgotten pretty handily. Yep, ding, there goes the rest of our liquid oxygen from that tank. Boil off, wow, that's a lot more boil off than I thought. Still within spec on this. 2289 in the tank, and we're 20 seconds from node. Fingers crossed, here we go. Please don't fail, please don't fail, please don't fail. Yes! Solid light on the 405H. It's last one. Hallelujah. Oh, buddy, that inclination is way off. 4.3 meters per second deviation on that. Our orbital period's a little long. Our inclination is a little, well, it's less than a degree, so we're technically within spec. We're just going to let it go ahead and pivot around. No more lights left on the engine, but we've got some RCS propellant we can play with. And maybe a decoupler that's a little more eager to please than we would typically like. Alright, yeah, this is mostly retrograde, so that's going to bring down our period. Yeah, we know. No ignitions remaining. Excellent work. I'm just going to hope that it reins it into within spec. Honestly, I think it's just our period being between 23 hours 54 and 23 hours 58 that we need to adjust for. But who, buddy? Oh, well, fine. Be that way. Kill rotation. Yeah, it looks like we're still adjusting our inclination down, so we're just going to keep it pointed right when we are. Decouple when facing normal, so that it can only change your inclination by a little. Good call. We'll just, we'll have to see how much RCS propellant we have left. Because right now, orbital period is our primary concern. We are not reducing it all that fast. 4.26, 4.25, yeah. Still reducing inclination whilst firing mostly retro, because yeah, our apogee is what needs to come down here. Oh boy. We may wish that that decoupler has a very high energy in it, because we might be out of propellant when it comes time to do this. Although, what, we've bled off 2 minutes? We got to do at least 4 more? Wow, I wish I could dump the extra fuel. Ding, okay. 1 more minute to go. Please, please, please. Are we within spec? Sweet. Reach an orbit with the specified parameters, and now we have to stay here. Okay, so you said fire it to normal. Let's angle normal positive. Burb, sure. (23 hours, 57 minutes, 36 seconds. But still slightly adjusting, so okay. All right, now how to make sure that we don't end up putting our satellites all in the exact same spot, because our launch site is the same, our travel time is roughly the same. We're just going to end up with like 4 satellites over the Philippines. All right, quick saving. Tunk, yes, that had a good pack of energy behind it. All right, deploy. Who is this company and how do we purchase from them? Oh no. Our roll is real bad. Our roll is extra bad. How's our... are we charging these batteries? I cannot tell. We don't get the actual readout on these solar panels because they're not our solar panels. So let's fizz warp and see what happens to the batteries, because if just deploying this thing this badly means that the batteries are going to die, I'm going to be extra... Oh, the batteries are dying. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm going to reload, and we're going to pivot to make sure that both solar panels can shine, or can be in the sunlight. What a dumbass reason to not... Yeah. Because it's going to take us a couple of months to launch all these satellites. Kill rotation. Let's go ahead and deploy this now, so that we can make sure that we're not edge on to the sun, at the very least. And let's roll the wrong direction, because I'm an idiot. It's a good resonant orbit calculator website. I think the issue we're going to have with it is more that we don't have the batteries on board to support much dawdling. I don't know, maybe we could take a... Instead of going at the descending node, we go at the ascending node before we make our first, our apogee kick. And that should be enough of an adjustment. Sat buses never charge for me. I don't know. Yeah, the sat buses themselves don't provide any charge to the parent spacecraft. They're apparently the scale of all of its scales, so that these solar panels can provide just enough charge to support the satellite bus. But my question is like, does it care if it's pointed at the sun? The answer is yes. Because it was not generating enough charge to top off the batteries, or to keep the batteries topped off. But I did I put a secondary antenna on here? A 1.5 dB gain UHF. I don't know if I put that there or if it came with it, but its idle time might be what's draining the batteries. So let's take another quick save. Because I've never seen them charge even with panels deployed. Oh, like they always drain no matter what. Let's... Yeah, because we're still showing the same 49.5 watt drain on this system as we were before. And yeah, it's still draining those batteries. Motherfucker. I'm going to be real mad if I can't complete this contract because of the satellite bus. Can you shut down avionics? It has none. Wait to be done with COA and start work on the finale and its sequel. Is it a finale if there's a sequel? Skyhooks for point-to-point transport. That's gonna be cool shit. Dude, that would be fucking cool shit. Alright, you know what? We're calling this a win. We did it. We put the satellite where they wanted it to. It meets all the requirements. It's not my goddamn fault that it can't charge its own damn batteries. KSP resonant orbits. Copy current address. Let me bring that over here. Oh, Chrome. Why are you such a pain in my asshole? Boom. Oh, I just brought up chat. I'm extra stupid today. 20-year time gap, probably fair. Call it what you like. Alright, celestial body. Oh, okay. Oh, system, KSB stock, real solar system. That's what we're talking about. Excellent. Okay. Sweet. Ampersand. A very busy university term. Is that use Firefox Boomer? Yeah. Oh man. that's a change. How's the campaign been going? It's working somewhat. We're doing our geosynchronous satellite contract, and its batteries are dying despite its solar panels being the thing, or whatever. But it could be because I stacked another antenna on there. We're probably gonna have to go take a look. We got a Mars window coming up in like 160 some odd days that we're gunning for. We pulled off Venus orbit and Venus flyby in one flight, so that went well. Trying to get as many sausage on every rocket we can. I got a couple upgrades in the work that we might not see today, but a grand return of sausages, sausage. Thinking of naming the sequel is gonna be Fires of Prometheus. Ooh, good. Let's start in 2049, 2056 or so. Interesting. All right, real quick, let me take a look at the sister mission. I don't know, number 2 of 4, and see if I put an extra antenna on it, and if it needs to be there. We'll just compare it with an off-the-shelf ComSat unit and see what we're looking at. The 1.5 dB gain sounds like I fucked with it, and maybe that's why the batteries are dying. So let's pop open this here fairing here. Communication. It is enabled. Oh no, it's a 20 dB gain. Is that how they come? No, they come antenna disabled. Oh, well, fuck me. Goodbye. Wow. That bought us some... Well, there's our propellant margin, I suppose. Although, I'm a little weirded out by a ComSat network not having comms. But I'm also weirded out by solar panels designed to, like, what is it? The resizable satellite contract payload. Solar panels in the part are texture or sized to power the client's payload and won't produce any excess power for your rocket or command and control, which I am then led to believe will not power the comms that we put on it. I'm torn. Story more speculative period piece. The immense feats of humanity pulls off the 2000s, 10s, and 20s, which only feels accurate in an alternate history. I guess the comms aren't usable by you? I have no idea. I thought they would be, because these are not like... I still retain control of the satellite. Yeah, so they gave us dedicated satellite bus parts for navsats and comsats, instead of like just the payload that you fill them with. ComSat is theoretically a self-contained black box that doesn't interact with the rest of the system. Toby, thank you so much. 15 months, wow. It's weird that it has a passive 30-watt draw, but no generation from solar. So, interesting. Oh, we're talking about... Wait a minute. Where are you getting that information from, Nova? Was that based on the stuff that we saw before, or are we looking somewhere down here at this... Or are you looking at this? And go for a while. Good to be back. It's good to have you, Lucy. Always welcome. I don't know, have fun drawing circles, was it? Anyway. Good luck to you. We'll hope to see you again soon. Alright. From the part selector description. Oh yeah, electric charge requires 30 watts. Does it specify down here anywhere? Hard drive, telemetry, situations, unlock. Yeah, I don't even think it references the solar panels down here at all, in that they can generate whatever at such and such. Yeah, it says it's got omnidirectional 1.5 dB gain. Oh, that's what I saw in the... Okay, so this just talks about blah blah blah. We're looking at Tech 4-ish. Nope. Nope. Okay. So I don't know. I think we'll leave the antenna off the second one. Why not? And if we have to refly it, well then we're pretty much in the same boat as we were before. Save, save. 472 days because we took away all the engineers. Bored on a Sunday night and got school tomorrow. Dude, bummer. That sucks. I have work tomorrow if it makes you feel any better, and school. I don't have to go to it, but it's when Monday nights are when I set aside time for me to do classwork. All right, how much we got in the bank? 13,000. We still need what, 18,000 to build our Mars lander prototype? Yes. I really should just hire some forking engineers, but I also have to do this upgrade. We're pulling in what, 1662. You will cost us 1151. We're so close to being able to build our Mars lander. Let's just jump ahead a few days. 15. What are we doing? No more electric charge on F22 Geocom 1A. We have lost control. If that means we cannot complete that contract, I am going to be so unreasonably upset. I mean, not actually, but we cheated. Fair enough. Like, I would like to do it legitimately, but if that means I gotta slap an extra solar panel on the ComSat bus, then so be it. D&D Party will have a new opportunity to increase your number of public enemy #1 rankings. That sounds interesting. Alright. Mars, it starts with an M. Mars 2L Bats test vehicle. Load. Save. Yeah, we'll overwrite the original. Takes 60 days to build this. Holy shnikes. Dude, sweet. Both the two largest countries in the setting, and the primary resistance movements against their governments wants to making extra friends. 50 watt with early solar for the year or so it takes to launch the entire network is brutal, right? I think the assumption was that you'd build all 4 rockets and then like roll them out and launch them over the course of a month, but still it didn't even make it, what, 10 days? You do it legit, sure. I'm okay with you cheating. I appreciate the permission, Nova. Eek! Boo! How's it going, Sea Kraken boy? Alright, added Mars 2 to integration list. Yay! Now we can go off with our money. Why? The question here, Sea Kraken boy, is why aren't their faces on your rockets? Oh, Mars 3.0 is done. Dude. Sweet. Alright. Tracking station. 5 Jan 67. This is 16 Jan 67. So we can actually dial that back a little bit. Like our astronaut complex. 113, that is the 16th. So we dial this back until it's like the 22nd. Yeah, as long as the comms come online before they get to Mars, we should be okay. The rocket equation. No one has a problem with David Hasselhoff. It's just not a thing. All right. I guess now we bankroll stuff. Uh, yeah, we want to keep LC Orbiter 1 at full operation, which it is. If we can get more operation there, cool. We'll pull a stack of these guys out and move them onto this guy here. Oh, hey, we got 18 excess engineers. Y'all can go back to work on this one, I guess. And as soon as they're done building their stuff, we will respect the Hoff. Dang right. David Hasselhoff doesn't give you higher ISP. I beg to differ. I'm convinced 100% that Hasselhoff not only decreases the chances of Agathorn smiting you, but in fact gives you about a 2% bump in ISP. Name of the rocket equation and claw back the moral high ground somehow. Early landing tech. Oh, sweet. Wait, early landing. What? Fulcrum, how's it going? Welcome. Early landing gets us the Gemini heat shield, which we need, and Gemini heat shields, which we also need and can't unlock in the TD339. The lunar rated heat shields would be really nice to have, especially before the next Venus window comes along. Mars 2L Bats completes in 55 days. We really got nothing going on for another 55 days. All of our Mars missions are either built or being built. Yeah, orbiter, lander, and flyby. Cannot believe the flyby will take that long to build. Smite me, oh mighty smiter! Yeah, I guess we just warp to complete. We'll wait until, give us 47,000 funds that we can, I don't know, do something with, I suppose. Hasselhoff face is equal to using an RD. Careful, meow. Alright, and once Mars 2L is done, we can reassign these engineers and get them back onto our geocomms project, at least for the time being, until we have to move them back over so that we can, I don't know, roll rockets out to the pad. So quite technically, we don't need to hire a stack of engineers right now. Do I really want to spend 30 grand on another set of researchers? Curves of his face look exactly like an aerospike nozzle. I don't know who's more insulted, Hasselhoff or the aerospike nozzle. Right. Anyway, let's hire 50. Because why the hell not? You know what? We'll take it down to 20-ish. 2190. You know what? At this point, you might as well just hire the solid 100. Don't be dumb. In 2 days until Bats is done. Ding. Alright, staff. Time for the reshuffle. Engineers. We're not building anything here, so we can drop them down and move them onto the F2T. 418. I just want to make it a solid. I want to max them out. Nope, not orbiter 1. 4. Ding. Ding. Put those 48 back here. Excellent. Okay. So now then, wow. Reconditioning F2T. We're just now, it's been 60 days. Like, they're finally getting around to reconditioning it. And let's go ahead and duplicate this one. Duplicate them one at a time. This one will be done in 47 days. It takes us well before our Mars window, so we'll go ahead and fly that one next. Yeah, we'll see how it does out in space, I guess. Man, we're gonna have money that I should sit on because we have to unlock the friggin' Gemini capsule. 72 days. Why are we... I guess we're coming out of time warp because everything got super dark, right? Takes a really long time to save up 300 grand. Why do we keep popping out? I don't see any warnings popping up. Am I missing something here? Oh, wait, no, it's done. Hey, I almost jumped ahead another day. All right, let's roll you out. That'll take 4 days. I wish there was a thing on here that told you how much money you have in your... what's it called? Hold on a second. What's the rollout time with, like, 13 days for bats to roll out? Oh, yeah. Well, this thing is barely staffed. But we are going to have to stagger the launch window. You know, straddle one on each side of it, because reconditioning time, etc., etc. So, there's that at least. Okay, Mars flyby is ready to go. You will be done in 12 days, also well before the Mars window, so we'll actually probably end up flying that the Modelo next. Hey, lunar rated heat shields is already done. That is extra sweet. I'll take it. Real quick, before we get to that launch, I just want to see if we can... If I do go here and then go to, yeah, Gemini cabin. Come on. Not enough funds. I want to know what my research credit is. I don't know how much it is. I don't know how much it's gone up by. But man, if we could start doing that stuff, that'd be great. All right, Geocom 1A, launch. I guess it should be 2A. Is what it is, I suppose. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Did the stream go down? What's going on here? No, this one shows live. Why did my other one show not live? Well, I hope we didn't lose the stream. If y'all are still here, say hi. I'm going to proceed with the launch. Alright, scent guidance still here. Excellent, thank you, Malky. Alright, yep, 200, orbital inclination 28.55. That's good enough for me. And engage autopilot and ignition. Here we go. Clamps off, and we are skyward bound. Alright, y'all, I need to refill my water. I'll put this into spectation mode for you. Maybe get a good angle. It's going to do roll program, and then we'll figure out what good angle is. No, I guess we're not doing roll program because we're not adjusting our inclination. We're riding a wave. Right, alright. I will be back in about 30 seconds. Alright, I am back. That's confidence. Go to get a drink before Max Q. But, you know, MechJeb just handles all the heavy lifting for me, so, yeah, you know. I have faith in my staff. We'll put it, yes, that's what I'm going to go with. Booster sep went clean, definitely through Max Q, and pushing our way on up to orbit. Let's knock on wood that 405H continues to do a great job. So, I don't know. You want to hear about some fun stuff? I'm going to do extra fun stuff this year. And, I don't know, I guess I'd like some feedback on whether or not you want to see the said fun stuff. So, it's a long story. Hopefully I can get it out in the next 2 minutes before we're in orbit and I have to do Kerbly things again. So, you're about to boost MechJeb's morale after the propellant loading fraud allegations. Well, there's no chance I could have done the math, so... Wrong as MechJeb may be sometimes. Why can't you calculate the load for anything under 2 kilograms, man? What's up with that? For serious. Anyway, so last year, some friends of mine ended up buying a Miata and prepping it for racetrack stuff. It was a retired spec Miata race car, so it was already mostly a race car. I didn't have the money to go in with them on it, but I did really want to work on the car and help, get it prepped for the racetrack and stuff like that. So I worked on it a lot, and I ended up going to one race with them, for which I got a couple of hot laps in on a test and tune day, which was awesome and kind of an existential experience. And so this year I've decided I'm going to buy into the car, become a full member of the team, and actually go racing, which I think is going to be phenomenal. Ooh, okay. Whew. That extra bit of torque for no good goddamn reason really worries me, but good light on the 405H, and we're up and moving still. So anyway, here's my questions, I guess. Well, I don't know. I could talk more about how I'm very, very, very much looking forward to, I don't know, continuing to work on, prepare for, and actually go racing. It's like a childhood dream of mine to actually do, like, on racetrack kind of race car stuff, instead of just being that dick in traffic. But anyway, pretty easy for me to like throw a cell phone on a mount in the back of the car and record some drive stuff. Could also take videos or picture of the car as we're getting it ready for this season, etc., etc. And if anybody has any interest in seeing any of this stuff, I could upload it either to, I don't know, this YouTube channel, if you're watching this on YouTube later, which all of this stuff goes to YouTube if you didn't know that. Check out the YouTube channel. I'm sure Nightbot posts a link to it every 45 minutes, I think, so as not to spam you with dumb stuff. Or I could put it on a secondary channel, whichever. But I'm kind of excited to take this step and do these cool things, and I don't know. I'd like to share it with all of you lovely people. So there's that. The car is currently sitting in my garage. I've been tweaking on it and wrenching on it a little bit over the winter, and it's about 95% there. And so I'm real excited. Until it snowed this weekend. Like every weekend where the temperature was above like 45 degrees, I would just sneak it out, take it around the block a little bit, just to, I don't know, just to be in the car. It is so much fun. But oh, it is a rusty bucket of crap, and I'm not sure it's going to make it through the rest of this year. But I think we're planning on doing 2 races with it at least, maybe as many as 4, depending on how the rest of the team, I don't know, the availabilities, and for me it's mostly money. It'd be fun to see something my wife would never allow me to do. It's safer than it has ever been. You're required to wear fireproof underpants. Just saying. Like, cars with a roll cage, probably safer than the car you drive to work. Just saying. I guess the point should have been, or the question should have been, not should I upload videos and stuff, but should I do it on the main YouTube channel or should I start a different channel? Change apogee at, let's do the equatorial ascending node and boost it up to scroll up in chat. Or resonant orbit calculator, minimum, no, that's minimum LOS. Never mind. Scroll up in chat. Where did Lucy tell me what altitude I needed to be at for this? Do a flip. 35786. 6 km. Ascent guidance, you can go away. Mech Jev, you can mostly go away. Logic doesn't work in that argument. Yeah, fair. And everyone's driving in the same direction. At various levels of aggression, yes. Okay. Create node. Yeah, 2456, looking good. We've got oogles and boogles of Delta V. So it's 1 hour and 1 minute. We'll see how much of that extra oomph that we saved is going to be spent in boil off waiting for our node. An hour and 1 minute? Seriously? Oh, yeah. We gotta do most of an orbit to get to where we need to boost up. So, okay. There's that, I suppose. Alright. Execute next node, and because we'll be in our waiting pattern a little longer, that should stagger where we will be when we have to not be there, I guess. New channel. Crash. Interesting. I was thinking something even, I don't know, something stupid like cruising with Cosmo. Or Cosmo crashes. But the all caps, I like it. That might be a winner. Won't be confusing at all, I promise. Oh, RCS to ARM. That would be a solid move to make if you actually plan on being able to point at the node at any given point. Right. I mean, you should avoid it. I mean, you should avoid it because it's racing. I will not. I'm very sorry. I don't think I can really put into words accurately the feelings I had being able to actually bring this car out onto a racetrack and just to put it through its paces and then to just slowly dial it up and dial it up. You know, like going wheel to wheel with other like actual race car drivers in actual race cars, air quote actual race cars. I don't know. Driving a racetrack is kind of like dancing, and this is coming from someone who has exactly zero rhythm and no talent at it whatsoever. Like just none. But there's a rhythm to it, and figuring out that rhythm can be super high stress because I don't know, it's loud, it's noisy, it's hot, it's uncomfortable. There's all of these other cars, and there's so many things that you have to pay attention to where your car is, what gear you're in, what's your throttle position, how far to the corner, where's this other car, is he still behind me, is he coming in on the inside, is he coming in on the outside, what's my line going to be, should I push, push harder, push outside, brake early, cut inside, what's the next turn, where on the track do I need to be? Like, there's all of these things that are just flooding your mind the entire time. But while you're doing that, you're starting to feel out the rhythm of this particular track. And when you find that rhythm and you just start being able to drive consistently, your mind just starts to do all these things kind of like in the background. They just happen. It becomes subconscious. It becomes automatic. And then at some point you melt. And this is the part that I can't think of the words to describe it. But at some point it's you and the car and the wind and nothing else matters. And like it's not stressful. Your brain isn't overwhelmed anymore. You're not completely overburdened by everything. It just is, and you are being. And the only real word I can use to describe that feeling was existential. It was highly existential, and I don't know how else really to describe it other than like I needed to do it again. You'd be fairly interested in turning a junker into a racing vehicle part. And say that, I don't know, that was fun, but they bought a car that was already mostly a race car, just a rather junky one. And so it's still a junky car, but it's a junky racing car. Most of that stuff is kind of behind us. But I'm sure there will be things I could, I don't know, kind of dial in on that front. I've had the same on the road trying to catch the guys I was with on the bike. Everything is in harmony. Yeah, harmony, that's a good word. That is a great way to phrase it. Everything is in harmony. Okay, sorry. Got all fluttery talking about race car stuff. I'm not doing race car stuff, I'm doing rocket stuff. But right, so, I don't know, and this is also kind of for anybody watching this on YouTube later, like, weigh in, let me know your opinions. I'll not make any moves until I don't know. Like having post voiceover explaining what's going on from the driver's perspective would also be cool. Interesting. Ah, that is actually a really good idea. I've watched a lot of race footage, like from other people's cars in the same series, and yeah, that would be, yeah, post-race voice over. That is something that could definitely be worthwhile. All right, we need to plot the rest of our notage and get re-notified. Oh yeah. Remove all nodes. Fulcrum, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Race cars, rockets. I see the common thread. Second that. Okay. I'll say when I first really got into KSP and YouTube, I was actually really kind of taken back by how many gearheads also really enjoy playing Kerbal Space Program. Like, there's a lot of crossover there. I was kind of like, this is not a community where I thought I'd meet other, car people. All right. Change inclination to 0 at the cheapest. Create node. Sweet. Do we have comms? Of course not. Loop. Let's bring. Oh, come on. Just gotta click. Quick. Be quick on the click. Alright. Most race footage seen has either been uncommented and therefore incomprehensible, or with a voiceover from like announcers, as opposed to an explanation of what's going on in the driver's head. Ah, okay. So some of that is going to be I don't know, memory focused, but there's also a chance that I could. I'm going to have to think about what's the best way logistically to approach that. Because I'll be honest with you, when the adrenaline got going, I had no idea what was going through my head at that particular moment, other than just existing, being in with it at the moment. Oh man, why does it seem, oh okay, maybe it's not that our radial is off, it's that my inclination is off and the viewing angle makes it appear as such. There, that looks pretty good, but we're not high enough out, so we'll spend many, many years dialing away at nodes forever. Or I'm just way overshooting, and that's why my radial is off. That would be interesting. Like, here's what I'm doing for this reason. This is where the poo came out. Why does that really seem like... Yeah, no, that does look like my radial's off, which means maybe that node is firing far enough ahead of... Yeah, it's ahead of my apogee. The circularization point, that it is needing some correction. Like so. And that, of course, is going to throw off the inclination. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. 1836, I'll take it. 2449 in the tanks. Let's... Where over the world will we be? No clue, because it's nighttime. That's fine. Alright, execute next node. Let's hope this works. Alright, ampersand, I'm going to take some notes on the things you're saying here, because I think that also is a really great idea. Driver ahead. Okay. Good thing the game doesn't care what region of uninhabited wasteland the Geo satellite is providing coverage to. Fair enough. I think really isn't the point of them is to be able to talk to each other, and at least one of them will have link to a relevant ground station? Because if you can talk at Earth, then you can probably see some satellite, and therefore communicate communicate to a ground station you would like to. Yeah, we have way more fuel left in this stage after that burn than last time. Last time we were down to like 50 some odd liters, yeah? Could you do a live stream for a race? That would be cool. I don't know, that would require some investigation into setup, and really I think my best option for having a camera in the car is to repurpose an old cell phone. And unfortunately, cell phone coverage at the track I was at last year was real spotty. And so that would be the limiting factor, is how to get it up and live when your best connection is going to be a cell phone network, and I don't know if it's going to be able to provide that, is going to be able to do it that well, but it could be fun. It could also be that I'm probably not going to actually be able to see the stream itself or interact in any meaningful way. Oh no. No, did we seriously? Oh, I forgot to adjust the flow priority, you dumb fuck. It drained our insulated tank first, and then everything else boiled off, so now we're sitting here 230 some odd meters per second shy. Fuck. You're taking off, ampersand? Right on. Thanks for the ideas. I appreciate it. I got so lost in my stupid car story that I forgot to do my due diligence on the mission itself. We are going to burn through our tanks of RCS propellant, and then we're going to rely on that super energetic ejection and see if we can't just pull victory from the jaws of defeat. I doubt it, but buggifications. Indeed. We've been righteously buggered by my own ineptitude. Yet again. And yeah, since this one's on me, we're gonna have to eat it. Sad to say. Motherfucker. Well, the one dumb fucking thing I forgot. Son of a bitch, man. Oopsie. Yep. Yeah, even if that thing really kicks us hard, I don't think it's going to make up, what are we going to walk out of this with? A little over 200 meters per second to go. Guess we should take some of the blame. No, you're saying this because you want me to restart it. I'm gonna take the hit, but I appreciate it. And no, you can't be blamed for my rants. That's just silly. Again, this is one of those times where I really missed ship manifest, so I could have dumped the unused kerosene. Playing KSP with KOS. Imagine the coding screw-ups that may ensue. Patunk! Wow, that did pretty well, but we're still not nearly in a good enough orbit. Our inclination's still more than a degree off. Alright, deploy. This will be edge on into the sun, and therefore almost certainly, yep, there's our 30-watt draw. Let me dial that back, and let's tune this up. I just want to see what, why. Oh, okay, abort node execution. That would help, wouldn't it? There's our 30-watt draw, and so, yep, those batteries are going to slowly deplete. And solar panels do... Yeah, we facilitated the distraction. Fair enough. I will say that you facilitated the distraction. However, I should have been doing my dang darn job. Alright, back to the Space Center. We are going to edit the next one of these coming up. We're going to give it an additional solar panel so that it can keep the comms alive. And I'm going to adjust the fuel flow priority so that hopefully I won't have to pay attention to it going forward. It will just work. Alright, and edit. Blame the staff. Well, you know, they handled Max Q pretty well, but they couldn't set the valve timing correctly? Come on, man. Like, for serious, bro. Alright, now then. I think we will leave the comm off, because apparently that's not actually a requirement, although I do wonder if that means that we're actually not going to be able to communicate with these satellites, and if the point of launching them is entirely lost. Alright, so we need to make up a 30-watt draw. What is it? Oh, blanket solar panel. We don't have that unlocked yet. So one locked to 90. We're going to just plop it right here on the top. And you will make 95 watts. That's, yeah. Let's center this thing. Absolute, thank you. Clink, there we go. We've seen worse in the real world. I mean, it's not like I, forgot to convert from, inches to millimeters, or millimeters to inches, or whatever. Alright, dunk. 60 watts is actually probably what I want to aim for, just to deal with the runoff of stuff. So 62 watts. Are those fairings resizing in real time as we do this? All right, let's sink that in and drop you down until you look somewhat reasonable on the mount. There we go, and now we just have to make sure that we actually angle the dang thing correctly. For real this time. Alright, fuel flow priority, -1. Boom. Save. We'll call that a win. Hold on a second, did these recolor? Nope. And I'm really wondering, maybe we should plop the antenna back on and maybe make it a 5 dB Tech 4 UHF. Oh, but that kicks our power consumption up another 25 watts. Even at idle, 25.7 watt. We could have brute forced the accelerometer upside down. You know, there's certainly an amalgamation of ways that we could have screwed this up a whole lot more than we did. God, we're going to have to test fly this thing because I have no idea how much mass I've just added to this dummy. Alright, so we got the initial 30 plus another 20 from the antenna. You know what? Fuck that antenna. We're done here. Save. Let's close it back up. No, not pedal hinge. Toggle open close. I think this one should change color like these do. Like open and then close. And give me some kind of visual thing. Because I keep losing it. But that's also me being pretty dumb. Drain a little RP1 from the 405 stage to make up for the difference. That is a good idea. Do you remember about how much we had sitting dry in the tank? And what's the best way to go skewing that? Oh yeah, we remember the number, 4008. So it'll be extra liquid oxygen. There's also excess HTP. But we could instead leave the HTP. Alright, let's take this down to what? We'll say 3998. I think you lost something like 20% of the remaining locks, which should be like 150 liters. Holy shnikes. Yeah, but what's the ratio? Okay, let's say something like 3920. Oh. Update. So we'll leave the HTTP, and I think with the remaining room, we'll just put in the correct mixture. Try that, and we'll see if you have surplus still. Sure. What I'm going to do is use the blank room to put in the correct mixture to make up the difference. So all of these will go up a little bit. So we'll preserve the same amount of delta between the two, just at a smaller ratio or whatever. So boom, there we go. Yeah, 3952 is our total. Tank UI, you can go away. And what I'm going to also do is open these back up, go into our RCS tanks here. Tank UI, that's 9 liters of HTP, which I am going to take down to 2 liters. Update. And then remove all the helium and add it back in so that that excess HTP that's in our primaries we can use and run through the RCS. Or at least run more of it through the RCS. Alright. No. Closed. See? Why do I always do that? And now the fairings need to come down. They go off after booster SEP. Clink, clink. Yep, there we go. Save, save. And you know what? Let's make this 2A so we can tell the differences. Alright. And save edits. Wait. Cancel. What do we have? Oh, yeah, that's right. We got the tooling that we can do. Oh, no, it's just the fairings because the fairings got moved. Dang it. Why did I? No. We don't need new fairings. This will fit under the old fairing. Open, closed. We don't need these to scale up, and I don't need to spend money on more fucking tooling. Fairing auto shape off. Pin U open. Lock the U open so that we can see when fairings need tooling. Tooled. There we go. You can go away. You can close. No, close. Dang it. Done. Save. Gotta run right on, bygone Ron. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Alright, save and save edits. We're done here. And duplicate. Spending good money. Alright, reconditioning will be done in 3 days. Let's get that done. No more electric charge on Geocom 1A. We have lost control. Yay! Alright, and oh hey, the Modelo 3Z. This is just kind of a real quick, let's go get some science, since we got some new parts that we can do science with. It's a real cheap rocket, real easy to use, so it'll, I don't know, give us plenty of returns. I'm tempted to fly it more than once, but you know what, let's go ahead and hit duplicate now. And if we don't want to fly it, then we will, I don't know, either scrap it or edit it to something else, but we're probably going to move the engineers from this launch site onto something different here very soon, because we've got to start getting things rolled out for Mars here pretty quickly. Alright, Modelo 3Z, let's go ahead and start your rolling out to the pad. It's 4 days. Ding. And launch. Alright. This is just a very quick low Earth orbit. We've got a film return on it, a few other experiments that we haven't run in LEO yet, so hopefully we'll get a pretty good payout from it. In totality, the mission should probably take a week or so. We'll have to keep an eye on it because we might have to just leave it in orbit and come back to it later. So, oh shit! You know what I didn't figure about the geosync mission is that we put that solar panel on top, which means we need to be facing into the sun when we stage, and that separator is still aggressive. So let me write this down before we start the launch. All right, D-power Geocom decoupler. Got it. Boom. All right. Ascent guidance. Ta-da. We are going to go into a 400 circular at 90-degree inclination. No stop at stage engage. Drop solids early. Lead time 0.05. Engage autopilot and ignition. Alright, solid light on the 108, and the 2 casters are lit. We are going. Oh, did they change the sound on those? Oh wow, the crackle. Maybe I missed it last time, or I was just talking too much, or didn't have the sound in my headset well enough, but man, the roar of those SRBs is fantastic. Ooh, okay. Whew. That was not fun watching them angle in like that instead of angle away. Alright, fine. A wee bit tight. just a little. Other than that, we are up and going. Now there is a yeah, next stage is 405H H-2. And hopefully we'll be able to deorbit that upper stage, but that's assuming fucker's even gonna light. SRBs have crackled for a while. It is pretty good. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's just me not paying attention. A lot of that going on today. Alright, 35 seconds to Miko. And we'll see if this 405 is going to pull its weight today. I mean, I guess it's done all right today. We haven't seen a failure yet. And yeah, two of those, yeah, two geosynchronous flights, and we got all 3 lights out of both of them, so that's not too bad, right? Staging, ignition, good light, boom! Punch in the face staging, there go the arrow fairings as well. Sweet, we are moving. And yeah, slightly redesigned sausage upper stage for the 405H. On our ever faithful BP light duty launcher. It is just a fun design. RCS placement is terrible, but it, for the most part, gets the job done. Looks like a Merv, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll say this this film canister, particularly ominous looking. It does really look like it could carry some warheads, though. Oh, sorry. Ooh. Looks like it sounded like we had a failure on one of those set motors, but they moved cleared away. Nothing exploded. Everything's fine. This is normal, I promise. Man, you no, it didn't overshoot. We went to 400, not 200. Oh man, we are really close to the margins on this. Am I not remembering how I simulated this mission? That I flew it like 9 or 10 times? Because I actually had to move a bunch of the experiments down here because it considers this shrouded and won't run literally anything. So there's that. It's supposed to go 400 by 400. What are the requirements on this camera? I think this camera requires circular orbit under 500 is what I recall. Let's hit info. Yeah, max inclination 100 degrees, max eccentricity 0.4, max altitude 445. Doop. Yeah, you better fucking circularize here, bro. I think in most of my testing, I just went to 200 by 200 because it was easier, but I really wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to get a little higher for no other reason than the rocket was capable of it, so why not? 400 by 396, I'll take it. Sweet. All right, RCS to arm. We do have comms, so let's act quickly. That's stage U. Switch back. Move to RCS. Not. Oh, you don't have comms. That's why. Retrograde. We'll let him move in and do his thing. We'll get you into kill rotation. Let's stand you up and get those panels into the sun. Alright, that'll just buy us the little extra bit of time that we need to run the film camera to its I don't know, run the film camera for longer, even though the angle it shoots at will be poor, but here we go. Disable, blocked. Good job. $7, $89, $90. Tip you up. We don't need to be too precise on this. The batteries will last way longer than the film will. But, you know, every little bit. Alright, are you facing the retrograde yet? No, not quite. Please hurry it along. And you know what? Light it up. Let's just go. Whee! Oh, wow. Didn't even have time to lock on target before the gimbal ran out. I'm not sure if that's going to deorbit or not, but okay then. Alright, I do want to keep an eye on our alright, reconditioning. That'll take 2 days. So we've got at least 2 days there. Derp, derp, derp. What else was I looking for? What's... You know, Kerbal Alarm Clock would probably give me a better... We got 41 days until our Mars window, so we probably need to start rolling out in, I don't know, 30-ish days? Certainly out of the way. At least for now, indeed. Alright, so let's... I don't think this thing is going to make it a month before this film camera runs out of film, but... Yeah, here come the blinking lights. Mozilla 3Z, I did not deorbit. It is still out there somewhere, not doing very much. Running storage space. Very interesting. No storage space. Oh wow, we're getting a lot more time out of this than I thought we would. 6, 5, 4. Oh, depleted. How long has that been going on? I've just been staring at the wrong ass thing. Alright, let's relocate the data. Transfer data here. Wow, that moved a lot of mass. Alright, angle to retrograde, please. How's your batteries looking? Oh man, yeah. Way more battery than we really needed. Alright, where are we and where might we be coming down? That'll put us down at night, and it looks like over Asia somewhere, possibly the South Pacific. And you know what? We're just going to go for it. So, boom, light them up. Ooh, used a lot more fuel correcting things than I thought. Are we actually going to be able to bring this back? Oh, that's interesting. Did I seriously not remember that I couldn't deorbit from this altitude, or... Row. Well, that'll be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Head to bed. Enjoy the stream. Cheers. Look forward to the new project. Right on, Dave. Have a good evening. Good night. Sleep well. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Alright, we do also have the decoupler from here. That's our spin motor. That separates the decoupler shell, and that separates the top of the arrow shell. Let's drag this into its own... Oh yeah, we're at 193, so hopefully we'll actually make it down okay. Kerbal Alarm Clock, you can go away. How much fuel do we have left? Enough to get us below 140? Perhaps? 7? No, maybe not. Well, that was extra stupid of you, Cosmo. 152. Let's see how much oomph we get out of the staging. Next to none. Well, shit. Builds film return mission. Doesn't put in enough fuel to return film. I should have just left it attached. How many stupid W's am I going to earn today? It's a lot of really stupid W's, buddy. Okay, a little bouncing off of that, we just need to shed 12 more kilometers. Fuck. Oh, now this one makes me a little angry. That was extra stupid, buddy. And well, now we're back up to 154 because the force from that is firing in the wrong direction. Separating the aeroshell, 155. Again, in the wrong direction. That was real stupid, Cosmo. This one I'm going to take the do-over. 7 days. We were up there for 7 days. A whole week. I'm going to take I'm going to take the mulligan. And just go to a fucking 200 by 200 like I should have the first time. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get some easy science points, except I'm going to fly it so stupidly. 400 dids, you love being right. Yeah, fine. Nova, you were right. You're right, Nova. You're right. Sent guidance. I'm trying to... I know I tested this at 400. I guess I didn't get all the way through the testing. There's maybe something else went wrong, or I'm thinking of a completely different mission entirely. So, engage autopilot and ignition. Yeah, 90. Let's drop this lead time down. Maybe if those boosters are completely burned out, they will not ding the paint on the side, causing excess stupidity by the operator. Who knows? It's a possibility, right? Switch this into spectator mode just in time for max Q, so that's my cue to get up and leave for a second. Ooh, okay, that was worse. Way worse. Okay, SRB exploded on decouple, but I don't think it actually bit us too hard, so we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna go visit Little Cosmonaut's room. I will be back in 1 minute. Alright, I'm back. And even before stage set, would you look at that? Oh, 14 seconds before stage set. Quality. Alright. Oh yeah, that's the Elledge ring. Staging, ignition, pow! One solid punch in the face later, the 405H is lit, and we are moving up to orbit. Next event will be fairing SIP very shortly. And yeah, we went from having barely 100 meters per second excess delta V to having more than 1.3 kilometers per second. Well, fine. Just go ahead and keep murdering my voiceover here, MacJeb, you bastard. And now we just gotta wait and see if we get that same weird failure on one of the SEP motors. That'll be about 30 seconds from now. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully, oh no. We already scratched enough paint on this flight. Let's not continue with that trend, shall we? Arm the camera. it's not going to start taking pictures until our eccentricity is within spec. Alright. Coming up on EFT jettison. Nice. Cleaning away. That was textbook. Enjoy the sausage, Canada. Yeah. Oh no, that's our core booster, so they'll be hitting up here in the Arctic somewhere. Alright, 52 seconds left. SFT jettison. Sausage fuel tank. Sausage fuel tank jettison. I stand corrected, Nova. Once again, you are right. Alright, 30 seconds to Seco. So it took at least 7 days for it to deplete the film camera. I think we'll try to keep a closer eye on it now, or this time through. Maybe we won't waste nearly as much time. There is engine cutoff to a 1x199. I'll take it. RCS to arm. Ascent guidance. You can go away. Let's stage. Switch back here. And move you to retrograde, please. Let's, once again, angle you into the sun. Pull ourselves away from the core there. Switch that into kill rotation before I get a little too overzealous with it. Pivot up. Watch our sun exposure levels. 80, 90, 95, 6, 7. Now it's good enough. Let's leave it there. Back to you. If you could hurry along onto this retrograde thing, that'd be great. At least the engine is staying ullaged, and we know it should have enough delta V to deorbit. 2.25 kilometers per second in the tanks here. Almost there. Almost there. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and light the engine so we can get back to our main spaceship here. Whee! Bye, little guy. That was cool watching it like fishtail out and around. Make sure everything down here is running. Stopped. Unmet requirement. What do you... Oh, a minimum eccentricity. A minimum eccentricity of 0.1. And if I remember correctly, our camera has a maximum eccentricity of 0.4. So those two can't be on the same spacecraft together. They will never operate together. Dang it. Well, that's some wasted mass. Now we know. Alright, and now we just wait for it to be depleted, I guess. Sorry about the flashing lights. Running. Keeps blinking not enough storage space. We're out of storage space? What does that mean? Or just, it can't run in that biome anymore? Depleted. Sweet, and that took 2 days. So did I spend 5 days on station at the last mission doing exactly F all? Oh, it's for biomes you've completed. Interesting. Alright. Alright, transfer data here. Tink, there we go. Angle to retro, please. Where do we think we will come down? It's going to move this way. The possibility we come down over Africa. Not entirely sure, however. Start our braking maneuver. Let's go ahead and turn the camera off. pretty quality way to spend a weekend, getting lots of good weather pictures, not of the Soviet Union. Oh, I think the heat shield on this is a Mercury. But this thing weighs next to nothing, so I think we can still come in with a positive periapsis. Like 60 something. We'll just shut it down there. Excellent. When you time warp super fast, it will not be guaranteed to collect the biome it passes. That's why it took longer to deplete last time. Oh, interesting. So I may have just shortchanged myself a bunch of science, or did it just collect more data on biomes that we are over long enough for it to register the hit? Interesting. Sorry, I had a little bit of a cough there. Alright, now we can quick save and move around. Since it depleted all the film, the return would be the same. Okay, yeah. It just may have not caught a few of the smaller biomes we passed over, but instead spent more time in the larger ones. I've been coming up on 150. Where are we? We are cresting the South Pole, so good bet we're going to end up in the, I guess the Southern Atlantic? Probably? Alright, let's get things prepped for re-entry here. One last check of transfer data here. And staging in 3, 2, 1. Katunk! Oh, come on. Really, friends? Well, this'll be fun. You know, the avionics unit is down here. Oh, I can't pull it away because we don't have comms. Insufficient. Oh, is you? What the fuck? Is your battery? Oh yeah, your batteries. Your batteries are dead. Most of the battery capacity we have is in the return probe. Let's. Can we turn these off? Nope. Oh, come on. No, come on. Come on. Okay, never mind. You know what? We're clear. It doesn't matter. We're fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Alright, and let's go ahead and let free the spin motors. And let's make sure our parachute gets armed. Armed parachute, and let's bring it home. Free fireworks! Yay! Yeah, I should probably tip the angle on those so that they carry us out of the film canister. We had to recess it in a little bit because we were exceeding the maximum height requirement for our launch pad, which was a fun non-starter to run into, so we had to make some accommodations there. And wanting to do it all quickly, cheaply, and on the fly, so I didn't want to adjust any actual tank sizes because that would require retooling. Although I do think we actually scaled down the core booster, but we kept it within 4%, since our margins on this mission were really good when you fly it to the correct orbit. Which we totally did correct both times, every time. Yes. All right, where are we looking at our descent? Looks like yeah, we're all it's going to be wet for sure. But really, this is just kind of the part where we sit back and just lock the fairing size. It configures itself with height margins. You end up never using otherwise. Interesting. Well, say this payload was quite a bit taller than the payloads we normally fly on this rocket. I would say by about a meter, give or take. That film canister is just really tall. So they were bigger fairings. We tried to minimize them as much as possible, but we were still like, I don't know, half a meter out of spec. Oof, that angle is, probably should have stayed attached a little longer just so we could make sure that we were pointed retrograde at the point where we actually wanted to be retrograde. Although I guess this will stuff us down into the atmosphere a little bit faster. Although it's probably going to cost us part of our aeroshell. And now we started. Woohoo! Okay, camera change. Let's let that figure itself out. Yeah, we're a little sideways. just a little bit off center, a little bit out of spec here. No big deal. Wow. We're off spec by like 45 degrees. Oh, that's going to be fun. Hopefully when the air starts actually exerting enough pressure on the bottom of that heat shield. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Heat warnings. Okay, yeah, it's the base of the aeroshell ring here, which probably could have made a better effort to get that out of the airflow, but here we are. I had to leave some of the truss work in here so I could still click on the avionics underneath. Which, man, those batteries are a lot lower than I thought they'd be. That's interesting. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll probably be fine. It'll be fine enough. If we lose the aeroshell, no big deal, really. Honestly. Like, it's, worse things have happened. 433 megajoules is loads. It is. The solar panels that we're going to be able to put on this thing were never going to be enough to run the camera, so I just went with a big honking battery to make sure that it had enough to run for the full runtime. Yep, aeroshell's about to pop. Any second now. There it goes. Okay, and goodbye, rest of aeroshell. I was gonna say, except for that little guy, but not be that little guy didn't make it either. All right. Oh, you're saying what I have remaining is loads. Yeah, 22.1 megajoules is a big stack of battery. We've got plenty left, which is lower than I guess I was anticipating. But we didn't get any battery warnings. Sorry. Spoke way too dang soon on all of that. This is a science core, so I made it big just so we'd have extra battery. Did I reconfigure the parachute after I did that? Well, glad we're landing in water. Let's get to the flamey bits, since the explodey bits seem to be behind us. There we go. Alright, starting to actually center in on retrograde. Air is doing the centering now. Pick up a contrail here shortly. Hopefully. Do I really want to see the... Oh, poo. We still got like 2 kilometers per second we need to slow down, and that ablator has ablated. Ding, 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 ding. Uh-oh. Did I bring it in too sharp or not sharp enough? Well. Okay. Ablator has ablated itself. Not showing any heat warnings. Still at 3.6 kilometers per second, 43 kilometers altitude. Looks like we've pushed past the mark. I don't anticipate anything will explode yet, but that concerns me. If we do fly this again, I think we're gonna have to update the heat shield. Wait, does this sucker float? Yep, it sure does. Airbags. Okay, through the rough bit. was at the limit. You'll want to lower periapsis next time, or a better heat shield. Based on our margins when we fly to a correct altitude, I think my idiot self might just go for the better heat shield. We've got heat shields rated for lifting re-entries now. Heat shield's good enough. Better heat shield costs more money. Okay, fine. You're probably, yeah, the voice of reason here. We'll just have to set a negative periapsis so we just punch through it a lot faster. Well, this one we might want to decouple because I really don't remember respecking the parachute to deal with the extra mass of the avionics core with all the battery. So I guess we'll have to see what our rate of descent is after our parachute fully deploys at about 1 kilometer. I should have taken a quick save so that maybe I could do this scientifically. Okay. We're gonna go full deploy. Are we gonna do it before we hit the water? Ooh, 8 meters per second down. More than 8, which I think our crash tolerance on this is about 8 meters per second, right? 8.7. Losing that avionics core means the whole mission is just stupid. Decoupling the heat shield costs you nothing. Just do it. No, not jettison heat shield. Tunk. Alright. That brought us down to below 8, but not by much. Go, little frisbee, go! Wow, that thing got some range on it. Sploosh. Whoop. Nope. I thought I hit the water. It has swooped back up for another run. Heat shield's got better glide characteristics than any plane I've ever made. There's it splashed down. Thank goodness. Could cost you buoyancy. Alright. Splash. Inflate. Yay! We did it. Through the waves. Recover vessel. Normal recovery. Lucky. Yeah. Believe me, I put those on there after I lost a few of these test articles. The Modelo 1 and 2, that were the previous 2 iterations of the film camera, I lost 1 or 2 of those under the waves. And so that's when the airbags got added, because I'm like, now, never again. I'm too poor at planning to hit land every time. We're just going to throw an airbag on it and be done. We've got the margin. Make it so. All right. Oh man, that was infrared radiometer, Earth, space, low, water. Oh yeah, we did another transfer before we separated. Sweet. 0.5, 0.3. How much? I don't know. 1-ish. 2, 3. A good amount. We got some science. Calling it a night. Right on, Nova. Thanks for hanging out and for all the advice as usual. Good luck with the rockets and the racing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. Well, I won't see you next week. Maybe the week after, but not on Sunday. All right. Done and done. Is it time to start rolling out for Mars? Nope. We still got 38 days. You will be done in 60 days unless we... Oh, man. ORSC engines are coming along soon, which means it's going to be time for our next series of upgrades. Remember, there's no revert to launchpad on the track. Fair. This is true. Alright. We don't really want to do much until the rollouts, and I don't think that we're going to get anything built in time. Oh, that'll be done in 33 days, which puts us a week right before the window. If we up our staff at F2T, we can probably do that Geocom launch before. Some engineers are idle, you don't say. What? That's F2. Oh, F2's already maxed out. They're already at 570 by 570, so there's nothing we can do to speed that process up, unfortunately. That is in 7 days. Let's go ahead and work to complete on that. Sweet. All right. So the question becomes, what do we launch? Actually, hold on a second. Let me think about this. Now, if we launch that into the plane of the moon in 25 days, while we have everything else sitting on the pad waiting, ready to go, that puts us 4 days before the window. That's about at the right time to launch one of our two. The orbiter we have a contract for. The lander we don't, but I really want to freaking land on Mars because it's my unicorn. But that will tell us if the window is good or not without us having to sacrifice too much. But I think, what is it? Flyby we should launch first because that's the easiest to build again should we miss, and will give us a pretty good idea of if this window is actually accurate or not. But it doesn't hurt us to have stuff rolled out to the pad. 25 days. I want to roll stuff out way before that. So, yeah, I guess we're just kind of sitting twiddling our thumbs for a little while. We got lots of things in the research queue for our researchers to do. So we don't need much worry about that. 16 days ahead. Let's start rolling things out. So let's do orbiter first and we'll do bat second. Take 10 days. Good. Man, 10 days. That means we really do need to do those in really quick succession. 9 days. Oh, we got to move our staff around, don't we? We got to get everybody off the F2. Yeah, no, orbiter 1 fully staffed. All right, this is the one where we can increase or decrease our rollout times by pulling basically everybody off of this pad and putting them on this pad. Oh, you said everyone. You really should have just gotten everyone. That's still not going to be... Oh, yeah, that is. That brings us up to full staff there with 18 extra. Orbiter 1 fully staffed. Hangar, nobody cares. We'll put you guys back here. There we go. Cool. Yeah, 9 days, dude. Cutting it a little close there, buddy. All right, so yeah, Mars 3 takes next to no time to get that rolled out, but okay. Oh yeah, and we're gonna start sinking money. Construction, how long till our tracking station is done? 19 days. We can go ahead bump that back up to 100%. We've saved some money. 17. That still puts us after the window, but who cares? All right, Mars 3.0, you're ready to go. We are waiting on Mars flyby. That happens in 5 days. Let's get her done. And launch. Oh, I should have taken a hard save. Okay. Fun time. So we'll see if this Mars window is actually a good Mars window or if we've just been fooled again. Who knows? And honestly, we're definitely not going to have enough time to get through all 3 of our Mars launches because they do take time to dial in. We'll probably see how this one fares and get it underway and save the next 2 for the next stream. I started a little early. I got to end it a little early because I've got some errands that need to be run before Kiddo can go to bed tonight. So keep that in mind. Ascent guidance. We will launch into the plane of the moon, set as target. We're going to go to a 200 by 200. Actually, no, we're going to go 180 by 180. Launch into plane of target, minus 28.3. I should try to remember 28.3. Drop solids early. Let's dial that way back, and hopefully they won't bump into the booster and explode and kill us all. All right, and engage autopilot. Oh yeah, it's going to do the ignition for me. I almost hit the spacebar, but we were in time warp anyway. So Not that it would have really mattered, but here we are. Oh, man. Transfer windows. Probably more nerve-wracking than just normal launches, I guess. Certainly. All right, 12 seconds. Ignition. Good light on the 108. Clamps off. Boosters on. Yeehaw. Man, that crackle is so good. Alright, 2 seconds to booster separation. So by the time I finish the sentence, it's pretty much done. And boosters flaming out, clamps, and yeah, they nosedive right into us. I wonder if that decoupler is just placed poorly. If we need to slide the boosters down on the decoupler and thus the decoupler up on the stack, so that it kind of nudges them out, because it does look like it kicks the butt of the booster, you know, away in this direction, whereas it should be pushing. It's pushing below the center of mass of the booster instead of above it, like it should, to get the noses out into the airflow that pulls them away. Alright, so far so good. Good performance on the 108 so far. .50 seconds to Miko. .30 seconds. Alright, money time. Let's let this, see if this 405H is going to hold its worth. It's done really well today. You know, that one failure last week is embittered to me. Insufficient avionics. Okay, avionics unlocked. Yeah, we just had to separate the beauty ring, or the ullage ring. It is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Avionics are back online. 405H is lit, and next event will be fairing separation pretty shortly, momentarily-ish. Plump. Kapow! Fairings away. Please tell me they didn't break the solar panels. Nope, just retracted. Okay, well, somebody forgot to not turn off auto-deploy antennas, so we'll just pretend that that little bit of excess clipping didn't happen. Oh, come on. Really, bro? Auto-deploy antennas off. Retract that antenna. Get it out of your solar panels. That's not supposed to happen yet. Not until after you make your transfer burn. Please and thank you. Yeah, we'll have a margin of about 125 meters per second. I think we will stay attached to our 405 stage. Oh wait, yeah, I did. It is the multi-ignition one because needed to be. So yeah. Anyway, we'll keep that just in case we need that extra little oomph for our RD 0109 stage. Make up the difference. Maybe we're ahead of the window, so our delta V is not going to be exact. I think we was what 3590 something was the predicted ejection delta V. Hey, look at that. Orbit 180 by 179. I'll take it. Sent guidance. Thank you very much. RCS to arm. Let's set our target and see what we bought. Set as advanced transfer to another planet. We'll switch to limited time so it can do its calculations. Ding. Pork chop selection. ASAP says anytime now 3.904. Ouch. Fuck. Oh man, we're 7, 3, 8. We're like 100 meters per second shy, even with the delta V on the stage. Fuck. Oh man. Oh, this is 3,865 in 1 hour. Man, we're gonna get 1 hour 16. Does that mean it's ahead of us in our orbit? Or is it like, no, it was, 10 minutes ago. Fuck. 45 minutes ago. So we're going to see an excess bit of boil off for sure. What we can do to help with some of this is be extra dumb. So actuation toggles, 4x throttle. We have to do this for all 4 in hopes that we can dump as much of this fuel out the back as possible. I don't know if it's going to make up all of the difference, but maybe it'll make up some of it. And we're going to do the same for these 3. All right. Execute next node. Is one of these an isogrid? Yes, this one is an isogrid. We need to transfer all the fuel into this tank right away. Oh man, there is no more fuel except for that tank, is there? Because I actually set the fuel flow priority correctly in this one. Well, I never. Yeah, there's you, and it just looks like there's a tank in between because I actually did a paint scheme or something. The avionics unit is down here. Well, this will be interesting. Yeah, we got 3,826 in the tanks, and 3,865 is what we need to get there. And that does not even include however much boil off we're going to experience. Which, honestly, maybe we open this tank and lock. Can we transfer between the two? Nope, because there's a separator in between. They finally figured out those logistics of you can't do this, dummy. Good for them. So I'll just be like, maybe I could just move whatever excess liquid oxygen we might need over to here. The answer is no. That's a big resounding nay-no. And don't have comms, so it just is what it is. We'll use the RCS for as long as we can. There's ullage. Hurry on up in with that there ullage there, bruh. Let's move the staging up one. Okay. ullage is taking a lot longer than I would have expected. There it is. Boomf and flump. There it is. And that's all we got out of that one. Stage it. Stage it. Alright, get back on. There you go. Point at the node, please. We'll see what we can get out of this, but I don't anticipate this is actually going to go to Mars today. It is kind of the backup mission, so we'll take what we can get. I have a feeling that what we're going to get is going to be I don't know, somewhere between 80 and 120 meters per second shy, based on predicted residuals and, I don't know, the normal stupidity that affects my daily life. Yeah, maybe even as much as 200 meters per second off. That would be new and fun. We already haven't quite burned through our RCS propellant. We might have an extra meter per second or two left in here that we can use. 183. Good golly, I was off by 100 in my prediction. Yeah, we're not going to Mars. Not with this one. Not today. Shit. I think that does spell problems for us, though. I don't know. I'm hoping that delta V figure will go down as we get closer to the actual window. How far from the actual window are we? 6 days. So we're only like a week out of spec, man. God, that makes me mad. Oh, forgot to turn on the avionics. Let's do that right quick. Extend solar. Extend solar. Did the avionics not actually turn on? Abort node execution. Angle the node. What the fuck? Controllable 0.2. Current mass 0.2. Shut down avionics. Activate avionics. Throttle. No response from RCS. Are they armed? You gotta be kidding me. Control RCS enabled. Show actuation. How about 4x throttle? Ah, okay. No signal. Yeah, signal, like, I was hitting the throttle and they would, usually when there's no engine, they'll still ullage like H key with, also no signal, and it appears to be also no avionics. So let's turn this little guy off just for the time being. See if we can correct our rotation. Hey, yay, avionics back online. Hooray! Are we going to be able to clear 180 meters per second? Absolutely not. I think we've got at best 30 or 40 in this little guy. I do want to see how far out we are going to go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that delta. That's... I do wonder, however... for fork's sake, man. Oh, hold on. Let's turn that other thruster back on, shall we? Let's see what kind of loading we can get out of this. Yeah, much better than I thought, honestly. This is a real bad idea, because we're so far behind the node that we're probably hurting our cause more than helping it at this point, but... let's shut it down. Oh, sorry. Nope. I wanted to just put this into something smaller, but without getting rid of it. Advanced, sun, up, execute. Let's wait till this gets signal and let's replot a node and just see if maybe the mission can be saved somehow. I don't think it can. That hour wait until we have to make the ejection kick really didn't help. Also want to see us get signal so we can plot a node, which I would expect to happen literally any minute now. Man, the cone angle on this is painful. Come on, bro, really? There's signal, thank goodness. Remove all nodes. Let's go plot something and see what the hell's might, maybe not be a possibility. Go for helioperiapsis, and we needed to kick it out like, wow. And that's a swing and a miss by like a kilometer per second. No, we could maybe angle this way, but it needs to be somewhere near our ascending node, which means we've also got to add some of this in. Yes, I wanted to see every ground station ever in existence. Thank you. 700 meters per second. Is there, well, because we have to do it off angle, execute next. Nope, 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 nope. Bad, bad, bad Cosmo. Bad Cosmo. Add maneuver. That's a lot more than I thought it would be. There's that. And no, because from over here it would be prograde. And yeah, well, let's take some of this out of it. That would be adding to it. "900 meters per second. Oh, you dummy. Yep, this one's, well, let's remove. Let's try sharpening it here, maybe, where we're going a little slower. Maybe I should be doing this correction first so that I know where I need to actually adjust this. That one, yeah, no, it's not going to happen. If you want to do corrections like this, doing them close to a planetary body to help alleviate the effects of such is probably a much better idea. But where, Oberth effect can be a thing, so if we do that, 98 meters per second, that's a maybe, and then add in another maneuver way out here to drop our ascending node into the realm of possibility. No. Just toying with ideas here, but honestly, oh man, if only. Man, that would have been neat. No, come on. No, come on. No. Yes. And now no. 174 meters per second. I wonder if we drop this all the way out, if we could pick it up on the other end. Oh man, that inclination change is brutal, and that's 390 meters per second. So yeah, that's a no-go. Just kind of resoundingly. All right, bummer. Back to the Space Center. All right, well, now we know. We're looking at more like 3.9 kilometers per second, but oh gosh, I should have. We do have, yeah, we've got one of our big boys rolled out to the pad. Really, if the orbiter mission succeeds, gets there, radio science, gets into orbit, whatever, we'll complete the notch on the contract. It'll give us flyby and orbiter that we have on the program, which will wrap up and close that program. So we need to launch that like day of, probably. Although I'm probably going to go look at the delta V on this thing and make sure it's got close to 4 kilometers, 4.1-ish kilometers per second available for ejection delta V would be great. Not that we can really change anything about it now, but, you know, here we are. And if this goes well, then this can fly. Not sure it's got the delta V to really make up for it, but it's a good, it'll be a solid attempt. An attempt will be made. You know what? We got a minute. Let's go take a look at Mars 3.0, just see what we're playing with here. I'm going to wrap up the stream here in about 5 minutes, maybe 10, just as a heads up. So we'll just have a quick looky-loo. Right, and open. All right, it's going to be down M for Mars 3.0. Mars 3 orbiter. Load. Damn, did I just not tool a whole lot on this? Why is it 22 friggin'... Oh, okay, I guess that was before tooling or what have you. Alright, so, oh yeah. 2.5 kilometers per second for orbital insertion, and then this is our ejection delta V, which is 3.8, give or take. Fuck. Not good enough, bro. No, wrong one. You. What did you say our ejection delta V should be? 3597. 400, 6 days can make the difference on 400 meters per second? That is super interesting. Super duper duper interesting. How? I guess I'm transfer window plannering wrong. I mean, not much that we can do to claw back some delta V. The thing's already built and rolled out to the pad, so that's it. It is what it is, and there it is what it is. It's basically a refit and a reworking of the same exact thing that we sent to Venus. Which I think the one we sent to Venus, I actually spec'd for Mars, and then just decided, hey, why not? Because the solar panels, if it'll work at Mars, it'll sure as shit work at Venus forever and a day. So I actually believe it's the exact same spacecraft. Could be mistaken. Maybe not. Anyway, so we're looking at 3.8-ish ejection delta V, so if we wait a couple of days to launch it, maybe we'll be a little more within spec on that, but yeah. I don't know. We didn't make any changes, so we're not going to save. I just want to see what the rollout time is. And I think our pad retrofit time is like 3 or 4 days. And our rollout time, I think, was also 4 days. Yeah, rollout time is 4 days. So I think our turnaround is basically going to be about 8 days. Which means I'd really like for this to go now, but it won't make it if we go now. And this is the one that has to make it. So as much as I kind of cry that this probably means that the lander definitely won't make it, although we could probably we could edit the lander, cut back on a few things, and try to make ding dang sure it makes it, or that it will have the 4 kilometers per second or whatever that we might need. Let's take a quick look. Sorry, I keep saying I'm going to wrap things up and let y'all go do other stuff, but then I keep finding little things I can just look at and make a note on my little notepad so that I can make sure that I ignore it and forget it later. Any minute now, KSP. Any minute now. There we go. All right, so what are we looking at? Wow, okay. This is way lighter. Yeah, 376 meters per second. That's our landing fuel, basically. So our ejection delta V is 4.7. Okay, never mind. You can go way off plan. Is our staging correct here? Something's got to be... Yeah, like this looks all kinds of bollocksy. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yeah, this isn't... Something here isn't right. Something here is definitely wonky. Alright, there's clamps, there's booster, that's fairings, stage, 4-5 twin launch, beauty ring, SEP. Yeah, no, these RCS thrusters do not need to be armed anytime soon. That is external tank jettison. Starting to sense a problem here. After external tank, then it's stage SEP. Well, not the whole stage, just you. Yeah, that's external tank. 0109 light. Those RCS, and what are these? Nope, those are the upper RCS. Y'all coming along up there. Boom, 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 and then no. So up here somewhere is no. Where is the? There it is. Pow. Before you guys go is the external tank separation, which is these four guys right here. Okay, boom, 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 and then after that is that little guy, and that's where the RCS needs to come online. You and you. Correct. Yes. Okay, and then after that, yeah, we jettison the service module. And this is where things are going to get tricky. After service module goes, the top cap of the aero cap goes, which arms the parachute, correct. And then, is that top of aero shell? Where's bottom of aero shell? That should be cap. That's bottom of aero shell. You go after the cap. And you come with engine prime and RCS. And then top aero shell goes with set motors. Now it's our... Oh. Yeah. 3.8 give or take also. So we're at no better boats here than we were at the other one. Although we might have some time to make some changes to lighten the load up a little bit. I think we spent a lot of time last time dialing in that solar panel so that it would be of appropriate size. We can scale down the RCS. That's some free delta V, right? That it bought us next to nothing, but it's something. We could probably also scale down this tank to contain less fuel. And we can do that basically by opening up the inner until, man, that's 800 by 950. That's I mean, that puts us solidly in the 3,800, almost 3,900 meters per second of transfer delta V, but doesn't give us a whole lot for the inevitable correction node that we're going to need. How much of this do I have to scrape off? It seemed like that was going down now. Yeah, that's real close to 4. Maybe we just make that change, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some testing on this because we're under the wire here. Toggle open close. Let's just hit save here. Do I want to buy any tooling? No tooling to purchase. Sweet, kept it within 4%. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna dork around with this over the course of this week and see what can't be sussed out as far as salvaging our lander and trying to land on Mars before the 1970s. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna roll the outro. We'll find another Kerbal streamer to raid. I hope you will stick around for that. Do remember, there will be no stream here next week, like, at all. Nada. Nutting. Not so much. Yeah, there might be one the week following, but if it is, it will be on a, not a Sunday. So, 2 Sundays, no stream. Many apologies. I don't know. I'll probably, if there's any movement on some of the new project stuff, look for it on the Discord. It tends to be where I post stuff. I read everything that goes up there every day. I'm just not very good about responding to stuff. Socially awkward introvert doesn't know how to social media because I'm just old enough to have it, but too old to know how to use it effectively, if that makes any sense. Anyway. That's going to do it for me tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for being so cool. And I will see you all in, probably 2 weeks. So, until then, see you later. Good night, Melky.